Okay, here we go. This is a video that will show you how to work with the templates that we have for the Pop Art Soup Label project. So here's the digital version. If you're doing the digital version, this is the template you're going to work on. So there are text boxes on the left. Make sure you put your name here, first and last name. Type in what makes this soup great, why should people buy it, and a health warning or a catchy slogan. If you want to resize some of these text boxes, you can. If you want to make this one smaller, so you can make this one bigger, you can do that. What you cannot change is the overall size of the label. You can't make it longer, you can't make it taller or shorter. If you do that, it won't fit your can. Over here on the right, there are separate text boxes for each sort of section on the nutrition label. You do need to fill in every section. And for both sections, make sure that you use a font that is bold, that is big, and that is really readable. In the center, these words, these are not your typical text boxes here. They're kind of more like text pictures. I can't just click on it and then start typing in it. Goes in there, all right? Not like a regular text box. I need to double click on it. Then I get this pop-up window down here. Here is where I can type in what I want it to say. So let's say I want it to say bisque. I hit enter. Now it changes. I need to recenter it though if I need to. Also, you can't really change the font. There's no like font color up here, but it's a picture, so you can still change the color of this. You still have your fill color tool right here. I can come down and I can say, well, I want it like super dark purple. I want maybe the outline of it to be yellow and thick. Ooh, that's weird looking. There you go. Okay. This one at the top, the Campbell's, this is a little funny because this is actually 2 layers. So if I double click on it once, now let's say I want to make this say Nikki's, like this is Nikki's soup. And I hit enter, it only changed the top layer. I still need to change the bottom layer. So I'm gonna double click on the bottom layer. I'm gonna type in the same thing, Nikki's. There you go. So now I can click on this and slide it over. So it's centered. And just a rule of thumb, you saw in my example what happens if your name is too wide. It gets lost and we can't see the whole thing on the front of your can. So a good rule of thumb is to try and keep everything roughly between like the 4 and the 6 on the ruler at the top of your drawing. You can go a little further in either direction, but roughly between the 4 and the 6, and that'll end up very visible on the front of your can. Don't get much wider than that. All right, let's talk pictures. Let's say you want a picture of a cat head right in the middle. You know how to insert images. You go to insert, you go to image, you go to search the web. I'm going to search for cat head. I want a cat head. But you need to make sure that whatever image you search for a PNG transparent file. You do not want an image that comes with a rectangle around it. No, no, no. Okay. So cat head, PNG transparent. I'm going to click on the one I want, hit insert. It'll be way too big, so I'm going to shrink it. I'm going to move it. There we go. It has a border around it. I'm going to get rid of my border. There we go. There's my cat head. Now, if I want to change the color of the background or the color of my text boxes, I can do that. If I want to change a text box color, I click on it, I go to my fill color, and I click on whatever color I want it to be. That might be a little too dark. Okay. If I want the background, like say I want one color up at the top and one color down at the bottom, what I need to do, I can't just like fill it. I need to make a shape. So I'm going to go to my shape tool and I'm going to choose a rectangle and I'm going to click, hold it down and drag. And then I'm going to fill it with whatever color I want. I want pink. Nikki likes pink. Okay, but see how it's on top of everything? I want it to be underneath everything. So I'm going to go to Arrange and Order and Send to Back. If I want to do something on the bottom, do the same thing. Shape tool, rectangle, click, drag, change the color, arrange, order, send to back. You can change the color of this section, you can change the color of this section, you can click on these little pictures, get rid of those, add your own. All right, you can change a lot of other stuff on here. So that's the digital template. Let's take a look at the drawing one. So the drawing one, you have to include the same things in these text boxes. You have to include the same things on the nutrition label. But what you need to do if you're doing the drawing version, you have to print this out and write on there and draw in the center. So you're going to need to do all of that by hand, okay? But you do still need to tell us why people should buy your soup, catchy slogan or health warning, the whole nutrition label, and then whatever drawing and lettering you want in the center. But again, keep it roughly between 4 and 6. Just keep it right in the center. If you don't have access to a printer, I'm going to share the measurements of the overall label with you in the assignment so that you can measure on just a blank piece of paper and cut out a rectangle that's the right size and shape. Then you would just need to make sure that you draw a line so you have a section where glue is going to go. Draw yourself some boxes for your text over here. Draw yourself some boxes for the nutrition label. You can do it that way if you don't have access to a printer. So those are your options. Good luck.